This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Wyoming Cowboys in Laramie, Wyoming. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Cowboys will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Akron Zips offense will have first crack at this one. And David... quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the new coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got an open man. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Give to the single back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to him on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
The Zips will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So Wyoming's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The give on the inside. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Give to the running back. There he goes. Good, solid. On that one, they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Right back to the well. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Smith Smith wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the... Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Wants to go up top on first down. Puts it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Unloads quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
And the Zips will have it 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Zips come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Goodwin. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Smith dropping to pass. Finds the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Zips will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. They'll run it from the gun. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's complete to the right. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Smith wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Zips come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Zips send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give out of the gun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Let's go. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Now, 4th down.
They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Going with the ground game left. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Fires on the move. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Found a seam on the left. Touchdown, Akron! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Soft spot in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quick strike complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They're throwing for it on fourth down. To the sidelines, and he tiptoes his way to a first down before going out of bounds. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Everett.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game. Let him make something happen and set up second and short.
half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Takes the easy completion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Zips can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback and they get him at the 46. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll go to the toss. And they'll just play it safe with the run. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, who's got a better seat there today in Laramie than you do?
And the Zips will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Smith dropping to pass. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against 3rd down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Quickly to the tight end. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give from the gun. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cowboys back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. And the Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Smith wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Cowboys trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The give to the tailback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And that one will give them the lead. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, train the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Snags it quickly on the left, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Zips have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on the first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Off the play fake. Under fire. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Zips will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. From the gun, the ground game. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The Cowboys in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running to the left. Breaks into the open. Finally run out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. They'll mark it at the 18.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
The period has expired and Wyoming has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll leave it with him. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. on 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Zips with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's out past the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. New set of downs after the completion.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the Zips with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Trying to get it to the marker. At the 20, he's got space. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
Touchdown, Zips! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Carter Stadium. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Out of the gun, the running back has it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, third and long coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. He wants to change this route. Smith wants to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. They've got the screen set up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. This offense has it with really good field position. Gives it on the option. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers a fumble, and he's still going.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
To the air on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Tackled there by the defense. The Zips want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20. Still going. Touchdown, Akron. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, 4th quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Zips come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Zips are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Finds his tight end. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Hill. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Pocket breaking down. Looking for a big gain. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Smith dropping to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Timeout, Wyoming.
The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the fourth quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why this game.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just over 20 seconds to play. They must recover this onside kick to have a chance. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand...
There he goes! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. From the 30-yard line on first down. They try to pop a run on the draw. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball. Here's a heat. Makes the grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. Not sure what good can come out of passing here. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Here comes the 2-point try.
Double. Here we go.
Trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
That keeps the score. Wyoming, 41. Akron.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses, and man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.